Hey guys!
Pokemon Legends Zygarde! Are you serious?
And Pokemon Legends ZA is crazy. Who could have expected that? But personally, I'm most looking forward to the new Megas they'll be introducing. Megas are by far the most interesting gimmick Pokemon has ever made, and we've been waiting so long for some new ones. And we're finally getting them. Well, in a year. So I've gathered a bunch of brand new Mega Pokemon that I think will be so cool to see introduced in Pokemon Legends ZA. Before we get into the Megas, you should definitely go subscribe to the Pokemon Cavern & Coast YouTube channel, which is a huge collaboration of over 40 artists, including of course me. New videos for the channel will be out soon enough. And of course, subscribe to me too. If you want to see more Pokemon and Fakemon content, this will be the channel for you. And while you're down there, check out all the amazing artists that are featured in this video. Now, the first few Megas I've gathered for you today, in my opinion, are the most likely to happen. This is Mega Xerneas and Mega Yveltal, still a fairy and dark flying type. Made by the amazing Oscar Belmonte for Hoops and Hip Hop's Pokemon Legends Kalos video, which was made a year and a half ago, which is crazy. But these are just perfect Megas for these two, not over-designed, but still mega and powerful feeling. I also imagine they could keep the same Fairy Aura and Dark Aura abilities, but they could also gain a new one, like Fairy Control and Dark Control, with the same effects as the previously mentioned ones, with powering up Fairy and Dark type moves, while also powering down the opposite. For example, Fairy Control could power up Fairy type moves, and power down Dark type moves, with Dark Control being the opposite. I feel like these two are the most likely to happen in Pokemon Legends ZA. Although, a Mega Zygarde would be sick, right? Because Oscar also made this, Mega Zygarde, which I'm assuming is still a Ground and Dark type. Personally, I don't think this one is as likely to happen, but if they were to do it, this feels like exactly what they would do. Combining all the Zygarde forms into one mega powerful Pokemon. It has the general dog-shaped body of the 10% form, although it does kind of feel like a horse too. It has the lower body and tail of the 50% form, and has these flowing scarf-like things from the 100% form. Stat-wise, I'm not too sure how it'd work, because if it gave 100 to the 100% form's stats, then it'd be 108 base stat total, which is way too much. But if it gave 100 to the 50% form, it'd be 700, which is a lot less than Xerneas and Yveltal. So I'd say it'd be around 780, which is the same as both Mega Xerneas and Yveltal, and Mega Rayquaza as well. I absolutely love all of these by Oscar Belmonte, and they just make me want a Mega Xerneas and Yveltal even more. Now, let's get on to the Mega that, if it doesn't happen, I'm implode. It's Flygon. We need a Flygon Mega. And as much as I'd like a Bug Dragon Mega Flygon, knowing Game Freak, I think it'd be so funny, and actually most likely, if they were to do something more similar to this. A Steel Dragon type Mega Flygon by Mega Fakemon. After the Dunsparce, I actually think this is really likely to happen in Legends ZA. And honestly, unlike the Dunsparce, I'd really like something like this. Turning Flygon into more of a jet feels so natural and works so well. Upon Mega Evolving, it also gains a new ability called Jetstream, which is basically a combination of Speed Boost and Levitate. Now, Flygon might be the most wanted Mega evolution, but one Pokemon I love and would love to see get a Mega is Shedinja. And this Mega by Koko Kabuki is just holy, literally. Still a Bug and Ghost type. Turning the deathly looking Shedinja into heavenly looking just fits so well, and god, this was done so well. Apparently the ball of light above its head is its soul, and its radiant wings are stretched out from its ripped skin, which fits Mega perfectly. Although I'm not sure how balanced this would be, to be fair. It also gains a new ability called Guardian Light, which prevents all direct attacks, but it can be hit by non-direct attacks, like burn or poison or something like that. A bit overpowered, but I don't really care. I love this design so much. Although that isn't the only design from Kabuki. I originally asked him if I could show his Mega Ninetales, which is almost 8 years old and still holds up in my opinion, although not in his opinion. So he updated the design for this video, for me! And this is it. Everybody go follow Kabuki on Instagram right now. Look at this. Oh, I can't. It's so good. This is Mega Ninetales, still a fire and ghost type. I already like Ninetales, but honestly I wish this is what Ninetales looked like in the first place. It's amazing. It also gains a new ability called Cursed Aura, which has a 30% chance to disable any attack used by the opponents. Which is very similar to Curse Body, except the moves don't have to be used on Mega Ninetales. It's just a 30% chance on any move used by the opponents. Once again, thank you so much Kabuki for these designs. Everybody go follow them on Insta, and go follow everyone else. Following that up, we've got a Mega Chimecho by Mega Fakemon. Still a mono psychic type, but I could honestly see this being a psychic and normal type for the sound type. I really like this one. It's just enough to flesh out Chimecho's design, and to be fair, Chimecho really needs a Mega. I also love the kind of windpipes on Mega Chimecho's lower body, since its original design was meant to be based on wind chimes. And that's really all I have to say about this amazing Mega Chimecho by TB. Next we have a Mega that was originally made for a contest for Subjectively. Deficit Illustrations made an evolution to this regional variant of Vanilluxe by Subjectively. And this was it. Honestly, if you remove the regional variant part of this, I think it'd make for such a cool Mega to Vanilluxe. It kinda looks like a snowman, and having the other faces on its body is just so funny. Also, having this mage-like hat works for this regional, since it's psychic type, but I think having something shaped like an ice cream cone on a Vanilluxe Mega would be so sick. Next, we've got another fan favourite that I'd absolutely love to see get a Mega. This is a Mega Luxray, now an electric and dark type, made by Sub-Arashi. Luxray by itself is such a cool design, although it isn't the best competitively, so something like this would be perfect for it. And a design like this? Yes please. Now me myself, I've only made one Mega, which was like a year ago. This is Mega Veluza, still a water and psychic type. I kinda like this design. I think I could do better, but it definitely holds up. It's based on how Veluza can open its body to show the inside, but now it's like permanently like that. Cause Megas are painful, you know? I also gave it that one horn on its head, like how Pokemon usually likes to do. Next we've got a really cool one by my friend Cypher. This is Mega Pangoro, now a dark and dragon type. Dragon type? Weird, right? Nah, it actually makes a lot of sense, cause Pangoro is based on Japanese delinquents, so turning that into something related to the Yakuza, which are often portrayed relating to dragons, fits so well. So that's why Pangoro has these dragon scales on its arms and belly. He also gave it this more delinquent looking haircut, and adding this bamboo stick to the design feels so natural, since it's a panda, and it had used this stick to beat up other Pokemon, which is why it kept the dark type and not the fighting type. It's evil and menacing, not a hero or merciful, so dark fits it more than fighting. Although its new ability, Dragon Fury, turns all fighting type moves into dragon type moves, kinda like Pixelate and Refrigerate how they turn normal type moves into fairy and ice type moves. Cause Pangoro doesn't get a single dragon type move. Although this wasn't the only design Cypher made for this video. He also made a Mega for Trevenant, which I think is really likely to get a Mega in Legends ZA. And this is it. It makes sense that it'd be bulkier and more worn out looking, and it feels like a full thick tree now. I also love the little phantom lantern looking things on its branches, but you can't have a Mega for Trevenant without having one for its counterpart Gourgeist, right? So my friend Aurora made one for it, and this is it. Mega Gourgeist, now a grass and fire type. I just love this one so much. In Gourgeist, it seems like there's two entities, the pumpkin and the top of its head, which I'd never really noticed. So this Mega separates them, and I love how Aurora gave them both so much personality. And yes, it is now grass and fire type, which to be fair, it should have been in the first place. It's a jack-o'-lantern, you know? You put a lit candle in a pumpkin. Fire in grass. These two just have to happen in Legends ZA. And again, thank you to both Cypher and Aurora for these amazing designs. But Aurora actually made one before this. She reached out to me wanting to make one for this video. So I just asked for a Mega of any Kalos Pokemon. and the one she chose was Malamar, which was a good choice. I love Malamar. And this was the Mega she made for it. Still a Psychic and Dark type. Leaning into the more hypnotic feeling of Malamar is so cool. It somehow feels more sinister than the original Malamar. And we're going to keep going with the Mega Kalos Pokemon with this, Mega Diggersby, still a normal and ground type. Made by my good friend Austral Art. This one leans real into the construction aspect of Diggersby with these huge scooper ears. I also love the overgrown eyebrows that stereotypically old men have. And the last one I have for you is another one by Cypher, and you might want to forward ahead if you don't like spiders. This is Mega Galvantula, still a bug and electric type. I love how menacing and cool this thing is. Honestly, I don't really care about Galvantula by itself, it's kinda a mid Pokemon in my opinion, but this just makes me appreciate it so much more, even though I do hate spiders. And that'll be it. Big thanks to all of the artists in this video, go check them all out with their links in the description. And while you're down there, subscribe to me too. See ya!